YouTubers, welcome back to my YouTube channel with me, your girl Morgan Tracy J, coming today with another video for Vlogmas. And actually today's video is all about prayer journaling. 5 reasons why I love to prayer journal, okay? And actually I thought it was only fit to grab a box of my old prayer journals. Like, guys, these are so old. And honestly, this is just one box of many. I have so many prayer journals, it's crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Oh my gosh, I see an ex's name in here. Anyways, let me start off with saying, if you don't know anything about prayer journaling, girl, then let me tell you, I have been prayer journaling for years, okay? For years on years on years. That's why I have all these boxes of prayer journals. And honestly, I have shared a lot about it in my devotional times and in my videos and how it truly has helped my walk with God, okay? So I'm gonna give you 5 reasons today on why I love to prayer journal. The first thing about prayer journaling and why I've been doing it so long and so much is because it takes the pressure off of prayer, okay? So honestly, when I first got saved, the idea of praying was so overwhelming. I felt like I couldn't even open up my mouth and talk to God. I couldn't even really talk. I couldn't really even talk to God because I was so new in my walk and I didn't know what to say. And so prayer journaling became my outlet, and it actually helped me start communicating with God. And so one of the main reasons why I prayer journal is because it took the pressure of prayer off. I felt like prayer had to be this powerful thing. I mean, hands lifted high. And since I didn't grow up in the church, the idea of prayer was very very uncomfortable for me. And so prayer journaling became a way on how I was able to embrace prayer in my life. Now today I probably pray way more verbally and within myself than I do journaling, but still prayer, I couldn't get to this place without this, because this helped me start to get those ideas out, get those words out, get those thoughts out that was all going on inside. So the very first reason why I love to prayer journal is because it took the pressure off of prayer for me. Oh, this is a pretty one. Oh my gosh, this is 2018. 5/7/18, tired, heart issues. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I'm sorry, I'm having a moment. Okay, the tip number 2 on why I love to prayer journal is because it allows me to deal with my feelings, and I get freedom in that. So example, if somebody offends me, if something really hurts me, if there's a situation in my life, prayer journaling allowed me to really start to deal with my feelings. And in that, I found freedom. I found freedom with like saying, ouch, that hurt me. I found freedom with saying, I don't feel loved here. I don't feel good here, right? I found freedom in that. And so I will say, it says where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. And so prayer journaling helped me find liberty. It did. And y'all, I would write every day. I've literally been writing almost every day, probably since like 2013 or 14. Refocus with some of the titles. What is bothering me? I believe if I had steady income, I'd be happier. I believe if I traveled more, I would be happier. I believe that if I empowered women daily, I'd be happier. I believe if I got the new camera, microphone, or the devotional, I would be happier. I believe if I stopped getting stuck on social media, I'd be happier. I believe if I woke up earlier, I'd had better devotion time, I would be happier. I believe I would be happier if I knew Jesus better. That was June 12, 2018 when I wrote that, okay? Like, what's bothering me? Like, I wasn't happy, obviously. So see, there were things I could write out about my feelings with journaling that I could have never done to anyone else. One great thing about prayer journaling is it allows you to deal with past trauma and past hurts. And this is something that's been really good for me. I have so many journals, like I already see it. I have some exes' names in here. I have so many journals with their names because I was dealing with things and I was dealing with heartbreak, or I was having all these feelings. And so journaling has been such a great helpful tip to me, helpful hand with dealing with trauma, dealing with pain, and dealing with a lot of problems. So if you're that girl where you need that extra help, these can be so helpful for you, okay? Prayer journaling helps you deal with all of that. It gives you freedom to deal with it. That's the key. It gives you freedom, the tip number 2, to deal with the trauma of tip number 3. Before you can really deal with that stuff, you got to feel free enough to be able to do that. So that's what it did for me. Let me grab these other ones. Oh my gosh. I definitely went through a stage where I was writing so much, I had to get composition books. It's like Radical for God, 2014. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Bree and Blake's marriage. Oh my gosh, I was praying for Bree and Blake's marriage. Oh my gosh. Oh my, I'm about to cry looking at this. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I have not opened this book up in years. That's so powerful. Perfect your gift. Pull on it. God is, oh, I had a prophetic word in here. Oh, y'all, Lord have mercy. I'm sorry. My faith getting built up just right now. But anyway, let's get on to tip number 4, y'all. My bad. Okay, another, I remember this one. His Daughter's Closet, Women's Empowerment Ministry. Build a lookbook, revamp my clothes. See, this is when I started His Daughter's Closet, 2017. And I just knew it was gonna be all about fashion. And God took a whole turn with that. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh my gosh, May 15th, 2017. I turned 24. I barely have any money. I have like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and I still have this big dream. Oh wow, like, and so much more. See, it's so good to keep a hold of these because what it does, it just inspires you to see your journey. Tip number 4 on why I love to prayer journal so much is that it actually helps me spend time with the Lord. Okay, now let's not get into religiosity where we think the only time we spend with the Lord is when we're in devotion time. No, I can spend time with the Lord right now, like, you know, talking to you guys and doing what I love. I'm still spending time with the Lord, but this allows me to have personal time with the Lord. So prayer journaling became a way for me to have personal time with the Lord. And so you can have personal time with the Lord in the shower, you can have them while driving, you can be focusing on other things, but when I sit down to prayer journal or read, it's like everything shuts off and this is my personal time. And so that's why I love prayer journaling. It really helped with that. Ooh, hold on, y'all. I wrote a message to myself. Morgan, when you find yourself in a season of being lost and trying to find yourself, read this journal and the Brown and Gold journal. Is this brown and gold? Remember back to this time of flow. God was graciously loving you through your darkness. Remember and somehow become broken to God again, like He was on the pages of this journal. Boldly broken is the first step to getting into God's beautiful presence of healing and revival. I love you. To the future Morgan. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The Lord is so good. Oh my gosh. This was in 2017. Y'all, I have not read that. Hold on. God is good. Hold on to what you know. Hold on to the word. Hold on to your heart's cry. Don't fret, for God is with you. Get hungry, get on fire, and run after God. Allow God to use you, Morgan. Don't use God. Do you see why? This is gonna get us into tip number 5, because this is one reason I love prayer journaling. Is it reminds you of how far you've come. And when you are in seasons where you are lacking faith, when you're in seasons when you are pressed down and you are crushed in your spirit, when you're going through grief, when you're going through hard times, you can look at your journals and you can see the goodness of the Lord in your life. And like I said, this has been one of the hardest years of my life. And just reading a few of these pages just reminds me of all the seasons I've been through with the Lord. And I got saved at 19 and I'm 30. So I've been saved for about 11 years now. And there's so much I've learned on this journey, but you feel like you're always learning, obviously. But there's actually some of the stuff I forgot. Like, oh my gosh. Morgan, when you find yourself in a season of being lost and trying to find yourself again, read this journal and the Brown and Gold polka dot journal. Remember back to this time of how God graciously loved you through all of your darkness. Remember and somehow become broken to God again, like you was on the pages of this journal. Boldly broken is the first step to getting into God's beautiful presence of healing and revival. I love you. To the future Morgan. Do you see why you be prayer journaling? Because the Lord be speaking stuff that He knows you gonna need. I wrote that in 2017. This is 2023. reminds me, like, I know to y'all it might not make sense, but it's just such like a message to my faith and what I've been standing in all these years and believing on. And it just reminds me that he's such a good God and he's still with me, even through everything I've been through. And I didn't expect that. I didn't expect to cry like this. But like number 5 was the prayer journaling helps you remember your story. And literally like wow. These were, the oldest one I see is 2014. This was when I was early on in my walk. All right, you guys, I got to end this video here. I just cried my eyes out, and out of just joy and out of the goodness of the Lord. And so that's why you want a prayer journal, girl. God speaks through you. He speaks things to you while you're journaling. And you might start off like talking about your issues and your struggles of your life, and then it's like you get nuggets along the way. A new wisdom, new understanding. So I didn't expect this video to go like that, but I need to end this here. But thank you for watching. And if you have ever wanted to start prayer journaling, girl, I have free prayer journal prompts in the description box below. It's time to start journaling. It's time to get your heart together. It's time to have that time with the Lord. Okay? Bye.